Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session of Rise of Nyarlathotep, home of the Dragon Dog, and many other fine pieces of food that I meant to make. All right, before we dive into this very Dungeons and Dragons tale, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves. My name is Lucas, my pronouns are he, him, and I will be your DM for the evening. Ian.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ian. My pronouns are he, they. I'm playing Weary, the artificer tiefling. I remember all of my character things. I'm looking at my sheet right now. Off screen, I finished buying myself some new armor and a duster jacket to put on top to, officially be an artificer because every artificer ever has to wear some sort of duster to denote their status. So big old long jacket on Weary right now, and they look great.
Meg.
Hi, I'm Meg, and I'm playing your favorite socially anxious godly druid, Alora, who's apparently really good at carnival games and fair games. Who knew?
Jess.
Hi there, I'm Jess. I will be playing Glyph, the Automata Rogue, who just got a software update, basically, and admin privileges to their own body, and learned a lot of fun information that they need to share with the others.
I'm sure it's just normal stuff they're all used to. Eve.
Hello, I am Eve, and I am playing TK37, the telekinetic goblin super soldier. And yeah, TK is not having a good time, and she just wants to go. She doesn't want to be at this fair right now. She feels bad.
Everyone loves a good fair.
Yep, having a blast, just sitting on a bench frowning.
Jason.
Hey, I'm Jason, and I'm playing Kratok, the simply superb Pumerian bard. And that dragon dog went down real spicy last time.
Just like the wonders of heartburn, you too can experience things that'll make you clutch at your chest by heading over to Sirenscape. You too can hear sounds that'll induce the carnival thrills. That'll make you think, oh, I could eat something that is 90% burning oil, 10% flour. Wow. And you too could fall into the sweet, sweet dreams of heartburn and cholesterol. Come to Sirenscape.com. We got it all, baby. And also, we are sponsored by Roll20. So if you want to play some games, you want to go online, you want to defy space and time, you want to say, hey, random people, I want to play a TTRPG with you, then you can head on over to Roll20. They got boatloads. Just recently, me, Ian, and Michaela, who played on the Nostradamus Gradient Descent, and Wes from Plate Mail Games, we played a round of The Quiet Year, which is it should be on here on Twitch and YouTube. It was a lot of fun. We played it on Roll20, and well, we set something up for the randos that I'm sure everyone will really appreciate. All right, last time on Dungeons & Dragons, we played your classic sword and shield fantasy. We dove in and experienced the carnival of the Fae. I'm talking about signs everywhere explaining everything. We're talking about 17-year-old trees with riddles. Yeah, you thought I forgot that one. Did not. I used a voice for like 15 minutes that destroyed my throat for 2 days when I screamed about dragon dogs. We had a really interesting time at the carnival while Glyph went and actually talked to the queen of the Warped Court and was discussing making a trade, and Glyph had ended up trading the bit of their, I believe it was like your restraint, like your emotional
My composure.
Yeah, that's it, your composure. And traded this composure over to the Warped Queen and gained basically like a Fae software update. Glyph now has admin privileges and frighteningly enough, found out the Nostradamus Corporation had been listening the entire time, ever since Glyph had managed to contact the Nostradamus Corporation that one time, talking to their IT specialist. They basically have just been gathering information on what's going down in Loch Raelta. So after cutting them out and discovering some troubling information and realizing there is a lot of logs that Glyph has to go through in their system, Glyph, you are now just kind of, I don't know if you left yet. You're kind of like standing there in a little bit of a daze as the Warped Queen was looking at you.
Yes, I imagine because she reached out and she touched my face and it updated me. And I kind of stagger back, and the feeling is familiar because it's the same way I felt when I woke up the first time. But the first time I woke up, it was just horror, terror, panic. And this time, that's all still there. The negative feelings are still there, but there's also the joy and the hope and the trust and everything I've built since waking up. And it's almost like a split vision. Because the first time I woke up, I see the dark wood paneled steampunk room I was in, and I'm kind of staggering back, and I can still see the Fae Queen and the trees and the pond, and I'm staggering back, and in the first vision I'm falling backwards out the balcony, and it's just white and snow, and I'm falling. But this time I'm falling again, but I fall into the flowers that Alora made bloom all around this area when they revived it. And so Glyph just falls into these flowers. And I just sit for a moment. And I sit up suddenly, and it's like petals. Always watching. Always watching. They were always watching. They were... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We're in exceptional danger. And Glyph's like trying to stand up. What's the queen doing?
The queen is looking at their wrist. They have this bracelet that it looks like it's composed now out of like more of those chunks of obsidian that make up half of them, but you see there's little lights now that are flashing in it, almost like little LED lights, as they're looking down at this bracelet and kind of glancing over at you.
Okay. Yeah, Glyph is I'm staggering up, and it's difficult. I'm very dizzy. And I kind of stagger to a tree, and I look back at the queen. You poor thing. You took, I am so sorry for you, that you needed that from me.
I will use this when I need it. Unlike you, I have control. But for now, I'm needed and cannot grieve. Is there anything else you need, machine of the Nostradamus Corporation?
No, you have given me so much. We have to go.
Beware a crawling chaos.
I nod to her, but I have to go. And yeah, there's so much happening. There's so much new information. And I'm staggering out, and I'm like, I have to find the others. I have to find TK. TK will know what to do. TK, TK will be very angry at me. Oh dear. Oh dear.
And
I love that the general vibe is like, oh no, mom's gonna kill me. When it comes to TK.
Oh no, I made a fairy bargain.
you
Whoops.
step out
Uh-oh.
of the Warped Queen's domain, and you step right into the festival. You get bumped into by people. Like, there's little
Ugh.
fairy lights that are just like flashing around you. People are shouting about games. You see Kratok just holding his stomach as he's like leaning near the group. TK's yelling, telling everyone that you need to leave. Weary is looking at themselves in the reflection of a pond, looking at their new clothing. And Alora is looking around and locks eyes with you.
I'm gonna make my way towards you and be like, oh, that's where, okay. And as I'm walking towards him, we're like, hey, Glyph, is everything okay?
Laura, you precious, terrifying little beam of sunshine.
Yeah, that's me. What's up?
And Glyph, like, does the, like, you are an idiot sandwich. And they're like, oh, Laura, what you did in the giant village was very reckless. It made me very worried. Please don't do that again.
I'm sorry. Which part?
And I'm still holding your face, but I kind of look past you, and I'm like, oh, none of you have eaten today. You need your strength. I will be right back. And Glyph leaves, and they're staggering. It's not like they're drunk, but it's like they're having trouble, like they're in like a fun house.
Mm.
And I need to go, but I just need so much fair food.
You go near
That's what Glyph's
yourself.
doing.
You just hear in the background, hey, you want a dragon dog? As Glyph is walking past, and we go over to everyone else.
So Weary has just finished purchasing some. It's basically like a breastplate that with like some taps just like unfolds, so it doesn't look like it's armor, and then like Weary will tap it and it just like folds into place. And it's made of like a dark sort of blue metal. And Weary finishes that up and has the dark blade gun, and goes and sits next to TK, who I assume is frowning and performing activities one does when frowning and sitting down. Oh, you're muted. TK, I have a quick... Actually, I have many questions for you, and I feel like we really haven't covered it because of the general air of dying, mourning, party, in that order.
TK is like sitting slouched on this bench, just the really deep frown on her face, and at first it looks like she's playing with a yo-yo, but it's just a rock that she keeps dropping, and just before it hits the ground, pulling it back up into her hand.
Oh.
What?
Well, we've been through a lot, and I almost had my blood stolen by a house, and we didn't handle things the best. By we, I mean, this time not us, actually, so, you know, we can all pass that around, the fun little orphan of blame. But I did want to check on you, because you keep mentioning I'm literally dying, and I feel like after a while, that's not like a joke. That's like, you might actually be trying to give us a message that you're literally dying.
I don't know if I'm literally dying. I just constantly feel like I'm dying because I'm pretty sure I got out of the tube early.
Oh, like you're
I'm like a half-finished loaf of bread.
Oh, you know, I was gonna go for the bread metaphor as well. I'm really glad we're on the same page. Can I do a medicine check on TK? Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That is a 14.
So, TK's got a lot going on. There is. You move TK's shirt there, and you see these black roots have gone into TK's skin, and it looks like. Yeah, you ever look at a log on the ground? You're walking in the forest, and you're like, "Oh, that log is just. It seems like it must have fallen recently." You kind of hit it, and it's really mushy and just kind of falls apart. And you're like, "Oh wow, no, it's just nothing touched that log for a long time, but it's been decomposing." So your medical expertise, you're worried that it looks like TK's fine on the outside for the most part. I mean, definitely not great, but like, still there. But you're so worried about under the skin what's happening.
Huh. Yeah, you're not joking. I take out my 2 clay tablets that are technically magical, so they survived the explosion, where I copied the contents of TK's tattoos 20 sessions ago.
All right, Eve, this one's all on you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Finally.
I've been sitting on those for a while. There hasn't been a good time.
Oh, I will say the one with her medical tattoo is all in Goblin.
Oh, don't speak Goblin.
TK speaks Goblin.
Okay, I hand TK her own medical tattoos that I think I removed when I gave you the cool tiger tattoo,
Yes.
so it works out.
She looks at it, she's like, I could never really get a good look at this thing.
Yeah, it was clearly meant for medics, but I don't speak Goblin, so enjoy your own medical history. It's probably really out of date.
She clears her throat, and I'm not going to do this in the TK voice just because that would shred me. So yeah, she clears her throat and reads out the following. EP subject ID TK37, file number 128425-TK, pre-induction information 1.07 meters. So she is currently definitely shorter than she was.
Okay.
23.59 kilograms. She definitely lost some weight.
Okay.
Blood type EH negative. Purple complexion. Green yellow eyes. Pink bioluminescence. Notes: had 2 installed modifications prior to induction. 1 Imicotech brand custom prosthetic due to left arm amputation from combat injury. 1 generic anti-androgen estradiol production cluster in the right buttock for hormone regulation, deemed compatible with projected modifications. Treatment intent, telekinetic projection. Treatment start date, redacted. It's just a black bar. Applied treatments. Note, all treatments applied with the AH negative compatible troll region enzyme type 83. Standard full system flush and decon, successful with 0.01 margin of error. Standard genetic cracking drug course, successful, single cycle necessary. Hyphomycota neural rewrite, failed, full rejection, readmin approved. Standard basidiomycota mesh organ reinforcement, successful. Okay, this is a big word. Critridiomycota nerve projection bath, successful, unintended pigment drain. Hyphomycota neural rewrite, partial success, rooted with 78% spread, readmin approved. Gamma brainwave bombardment, successful, estimated 900% neural load increase. And it looks like that's it.
Okay, so we know you had the prosthetic before this. Your
I have a memory of Morgus ripping my fucking arm off.
Right, combat injury. This is all starting to line up. Your personality load didn't take, which speaks to me of whatever's going on with your brain space and the other you from before. That's a different person. Your pigment drain as a result of the process. Huh. It's a lot. Do you think this is the kind of process that was supposed to be, taken in for multiple updates after a while? Your body might be rejecting the course.
I have no idea.
Ugh. I wish I had a lab. Or like any kind of medical supplies outside of the things I bought from a town made of tents around a doom cube. Okay. All right. So, something I noticed during my medical examination, right underneath the connection point for your arm graft is, it's not looking good. It's definitely just really falling apart on the inside.
I'm pretty sure my arm was eating me while I was knocked out.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't fed it anything.
And it eats, I think it showed me before, it eats blood? Or am I just being morbid?
It eats whatever I jam in there.
Oh, okay. So it's not,
Organic food stuffs.
Tell you what. No, I don't want to experiment on you. You've had enough of that. Because I have immortality in a bottle. I just don't know how it's going to work, and it'll probably ruin my personality and make me generally unlikable. But
I don't want to be immortal, so I don't want it.
No, I was thinking if I could rewrite it somehow or transmute it into something that would be a complete body reset according to your specifications. Since you're psychic, you could probably just shape your body how you want. But again, I'd need to actually figure out how immortality bottle works. And I don't want to put you through that if I don't know that it's at least a 98% success rate. So that plan's out the window. I wish we still had that stupid life juice. We had to use it on dead people and forests. Tell you what, TK. When we get out of here, I'm going to find some supplies, and we can see about doing something about how that treatment course seems to be degrading your everything. And we can move forward from there. Any insight from what we've learned today?
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't get to, like, I don't know, stabilizers or something. Probably have a bunch of fungus in me, just like eating stuff.
Are you very attached to your fungus arm?
I mean, physically, yes.
That wasn't my question. I meant like emotionally.
I mean, not particularly, but I do like having two arms.
Right. I wasn't gonna remove the arm. I was going to see about building you a prosthetic.
I'm not being open to that.
I mean, I accidentally stole some of your psychic abilities, so I figured I'd kind of at least owe you something for that.
I mean, that's fair. Although, like, I'm not jealous that you're also telekinetic, because my telekinesis can kick your telekinesis's ass.
Oh yeah, I have trouble with large rocks. It's really more of a fun little party trick at this point. Okay, so I do have some template designs. I might just take a really close look at Glyph's arm, and you know what?
Like, as long as it's functional, like I have physical sensation with this.
Yeah, so I was thinking we could have a Laura. It's going to be a team effort, basically, and I'm pretty sure Kratok has some knowledge of, magic in which it can be imbued into building projects. I was thinking Laura could give it the physical sensation because of the tie to the life force, and then Glyph's arm as the basis. And then I could have all the bonding agents necessary, and Kratok could help with the magical components. It would functionally work the same way, but it wouldn't be eating you from the inside.
We good. I think it stopped eating me, but who knows? Like, we were out for like what, a month, so
yeah,
it could have gotten pretty deep. None of these clowns around here really know how to work with these things.
Right, and I'll be real, I mostly hail from farming, and I've been learning a lot of my science on the fly here. But between all my medical training and farming implementation, I did work on destroying some fungi in the past. So I might be able to tear it down and make sure it's not invading any important systems. And then you'd get a fun new arm.
I just rip the whole thing out.
Yeah, let's not do that unless we know it's safe. But I will move that to the top of my project list, since weirdly enough, I finished Immortality and I'm not very excited anymore. It's like, oh wow, I have it right here. It sucks, so I need to fix it. Don't know how to fix it, and I'm not going to take any Fey deals for it, so it's going to go second on the tier list of my projects. Oh god, I owe Kratok an examination of that CD, or Kada. I'll do that later. Your arm is going to take top priority. I'll see what I can do.
I'm not in a rush. I feel like just pretty even levels of shit all the time. So
okay. So
can we like go?
Yeah, that's what
Is
I was
everybody
thinking.
done having like fun at this hell
Oh,
pit?
that was what I was going to tell you. None of us have fully bonded to Darkblade, and if we do and we die, we join Darkblade's horrible room of Darkblades.
That sounds
It's
terrible.
actually pretty rad in here. You live forever and have nothing but a good time. Am I
that
telling the
sounds
truth? Always.
awful.
Yeah. So, like I'm saying, if one of us really wants to forfeit our eternal existence to being part of a sword conglomerate
To
forever,
be part of a rad group of best friends.
that would be a possibility for us. If we fully commit
Guess
to
that's on
bonding.
the table for emergencies.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Like,
Wow.
same with my immortality juice. I will ask for consent, but if one of you is dying, I'm very willing to use it to save one of you all, since I know how to make it again if I need to.
Weary,
Yes?
look me in the eye.
Do you want me to let you die if you're dying?
Yes, do not give me immortality juice. That sounds terrible.
Okay, I won't give you immortality juice. I'll put it next to the dying juice, and I'll save that one for you.
You have dying juice?
Yeah, it's I carry like general purpose poisons and sedatives.
Well, I figured as much, but I'm like, you got something that just like, I don't know, melts your brain instantly.
No,
like,
it'll be
okay.
slow and painful.
Okay, yeah, I don't want that one either.
And given your physiology, it'll probably just give you a horrible stomach ache.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd have to develop better
I don't
dying
like
juice
that.
for you.
let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's
I hate
go.
this place.
You can turn Darkblade into a gun. I don't know if you were interested, and I tossed Darkblade to you.
I don't need guns.
Fair
What
enough.
are you talking about? You love guns. It's flipping all through this here brain of yours. There's so much knowledge. Here, like this one, it's your favorite. And you watch as Darkblade transforms into like this very advanced assault rifle.
Oh,
Feels kind of good, but
I was gonna say that looks pretty menacing.
Is this rad? Yeah. Are you gonna use it? I don't know. Should we go back to that shooting range? Definitely.
I think the ducks have had quite enough
oh
Darkblade.
wait,
That
back
stall's
up,
gone.
hold the fuck up. Wait, rewind real quick.
Yes,
Darkblade reading my mind.
I think
Did I
Darkblade
read
just
your
read your
mind?
mind.
Whoa. Was I in there? Oh my god. Did I see something? Maybe. Am I gonna
Darkblade, you have
tell
to ask permission
No.
for that.
I did.
What?
Yeah. I said, hey, you nerds want to use me? And I said, yeah. And I said, wow. And then everybody ended up swinging me around, making the contract. Now I'm just cruising through. It's kind of boring, sitting here as a sword.
Do you ever wish you knew less about Darkblade?
No.
Wait, how much of my brain are you reading? Is this just like this is a weapon that she'd like, or
Yeah. You know, like skimming a magazine in a boring doctor's office.
I don't know what any of those things mean.
how precise can you get?
How much are you willing to pay?
My God.
What kind of payment? I got money.
Do I need money? No. Is money stupid? Yes. Do I want to merge with somebody else and finally have a true wielder? Of course.
I've spent an hour plus with Darkblade. I'm out.
Fuck that. She just tosses Darkblade onto the ground.
Pick up Darkblade because I don't want to leave it around.
There's a few Fae that are looking over. When the moment it hit the ground, they're like, oh, what's that?
Don't worry about it. Let's go find everybody else and get them out of here.
Glyph, you are over there near Kratok. Kratok's tentacle hand is like reaching out and like slapping people's drinks down, stuff like that. Well, Kratok just does not
Keep forgetting
have
about that fucking hand.
does not have the mental capacity at the moment to deal with this damn hand. Kratok, your stomach it's on fire. You're like, it doesn't make sense. It was just a pickle with peanut butter, salt, sugar, deep fried. What is wrong with my stomach? And I don't know. Maybe this isn't good for a bird. Science is the only one who knows this one. So you feel
Actually,
gross.
to be fair, the oils of that are probably really bad for a bird.
And you see Glyph is coming up there because Glyph, you're like, my friends are hungry. So
Oh yeah.
you need some food. You need a real meal.
I need many nutrients. I need lots of different foods.
You need protein is what you need. You need people to feel strong. You
Yes.
know what you need?
What?
You need a dragon dog.
I need 4 dragon dogs.
4 dragon dogs? You want to have 4 dragon dogs? I haven't even seen you eat one.
Oh, they're not for me. I don't require sustenance.
Oh, you think you could just come here, get a dragon dog for the party?
Glyph leans forward and like grabs this guy's shirt, and it's like, "Listen to me, you filthy carny. I need 4 dragon dogs and all the other fair food you have. My friends are very hungry."
Oh, so you're some kind of wise guy coming in here threatening me
Yes.
for a dragon dog? What are you? Wait a minute. That ain't skin. Why you made out of metal?
It's fucking metal.
Glyph the dog,
Are you-
please.
Are you one of those fucking Nostradamus people?
Possibly.
Coming in here with your fancy technology, ruining things, experimenting on people?
I am a simple, single machine of a person who only needs 4 dragon dogs, and possibly 4 funnel cakes, and 4 sodas.
Now the sodas I could do, okay? The funnel cakes? Alright. Gotta make a living. I understand. But the dragon dogs? I need to see who's gonna be ingesting these beautiful, wonderful, nurturing pickle things.
If you are unable or unwilling to make dragon dogs, can you make meat tubes?
I get it. I see your angle. You want a meat tube? Alright.
Need
Hey, Ma! Ma! We need 4! Alright. Alright. That'll be 40 gold.
Glyph pays.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Why would you pay 40 for what?
Fucking me too.
So that
you
we
get-
feel guilty and we have to eat it.
You get these fizzy drinks that you're unsure of, and then there is the funnel cake that's brought out. A little bit of powdered sugar is put on those, and then you got some meat tubes. There's a person that looks almost identical to the Dragon Dog vendor, but in true video game fashion, they have a bow in their hair. And that's how you know it's his ma.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
I imagine they're in those like boxes that you get for fair food, and Glyph does the server thing where it just like easily stacks them all on one arm, like no problem.
I told you, it's one of them Nostradamus things.
You know, if you're interested in selling more of those dragon dogs, you may need to change your approach. You're a little aggressive.
Only certain people can have a dragon dog, like that one over there. And he points like Kratok, who's just hands on
Throwing
knees.
up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh dear.
That was a soldier. That was a real warrior. Ate it in 2 bites. I was impressed. I'll remember that day to the day I die. And that day was today.
What, you're dying today?
I hope not.
Sorry.
Yeah, Glyph's leaving.
As you're walking away, you do see other Fae are kind of looking at you with dirty looks.
Yeah. That's a Fae problem,
Mm-hmm.
not a Glyph problem. So, yeah. I come back because I figure we were all kind of close-ish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you weren't far away. No.
Yes.
You'd
I
probably
have food
help
for.
Kratok back. And...
Yes. Kratok, I did get you this food. You don't have to eat it now, but you should eat it soon.
Cliff, I ate the dragon dog.
And I'm very proud of you.
No, it's not something to be proud of. This is just a lot of pain.
Well, I'm proud of you. Little Forvin just pops out of your hat.
It's Forvin.
It is.
Forvin, I didn't even know you were in there, Forvin.
Paula was hiding in here.
Can you help with indigestion?
Yeah.
Have a go, please.
Oh, like now?
I'm in pain.
All right, let's see what I can do. And Forvin flies up. And to refresh our memories with the wonderful little Forvin, it is just an eyeball that is flying around with bat wings and a spider leg sticking out of it. And whenever Forvin talks or eats, the pupil of the eyeball opens up, and there's little human teeth in there and stuff, and it just chows down. But Forvin flies, does a little loop-de-loop, and then attaches themselves right to your belly button, Kratok. You feel the legs dig in, and then it just almost like a suction cup, and it sticks there. Your stomach feels better.
Lucas? Kratok's a bird.
Kratok now has...
Kratok has a belly button.
Yeah, we'll say Kratok has a belly button.
Oh, that's some Kyle XY shit.
It's fucking weird here.
Well, he also has
Kratok doesn't-
hands.
Yeah, well...
He does have hands.
Wait, hold up. Do
Alright,
do
give me a
Plumerians
second.
give live birth?
No,
That's
they
what I was
don't.
thinking. I was like,
It's eggs. So
Be
where
careful
would...
with the
Eggs.
bird anatomy.
That's a
Bird.
cloaca.
I'm not going to put it on the cloaca. I know what you're doing.
Now I'm
What a
just
pain in the
picturing
cloaca.
oh man,
Kratok,
this is where we prove that this
Like,
this stream is
full
for
bird
freaks.
body, but there's just a bear patch in the middle with a hairy human belly.
Oh,
No.
No.
Kratok is
why is that
really
like
self-conscious.
I don't like
the worst
that.
thing I've heard in this game.
I am going to bring someone in who looks like that, but not right now.
Thanks, I
haunt
hate
us.
it.
Okay,
A
yeah, just
blueberry
the belly,
who's
then.
half human.
There's no belly button, but it's just the belly, so it just sinks up, and it just attaches to you, and
Gives you a little belly hickey.
you feel better, and you can
Wow.
hear. You're not sure if it's Forvin chewing.
Forvin, I don't know what you just did, but that was amazing. I feel great now.
Oh yeah, me too.
What did you get out of that?
Dragon dog.
You took the dragon dog out?
No, I'm working on it.
I am glad I'm not actually there right now.
It's
'cause,
almost like your baby birding me.
Just going to pretend that I didn't really hear any of that and continue on with my day. Thanks again, Forvin. Glyph, where did you get those from?
From the dragon dog vendor.
Oh boy.
He was very unwilling to actually sell me any dragon dogs. It was very confusing.
I sure hope it's just the dragon dog that has that effect on a organic stomach. I don't know how to trust that guy. Do you have any kind of food scanning technology in you?
I I don't know, Lucas, do I?
No, you're a soldier unit, so you generally weren't
Yeah.
used for any culinary arts.
Yeah. Glyph does have lots of new program updates though, and I kind of flip through them, and they're like, no, unfortunately, I do not have any food scanning.
Okay. Are those all for you, or were you planning to share?
Oh no, these are for all of you. You will need your strength.
Oh, can I have one of the funnel cakes, please?
Of course.
Kurtok just noms down the funnel cake like he hasn't had food in a week.
Do you remember when we landed in the Arcanium? Well, this is while you're just chewing and we're walking. When we landed in the Arcanium and we arrived and it was the Adventure Guilds Festival, you bought me a funnel cake. That was the first time anyone had ever bought anything for me.
Oh, well, what did you think of them? I don't think I really asked anyone. We were kind of having a busy time back then.
Oh, I cannot eat, I think. Or smell.
Have you tried?
I don't know how to try to smell.
Well, how about eating? You have a mouth, I guess, right?
And then I kind of remember, it's like, oh, I did. And I kind of crack my mask up a little bit. And there's just like this like clickety noise. And it spits out. And it's what's left of the yellow magic candy that gave me advantage on my athletics. But it's not yellow anymore. And it's just like cracked up. It like sucked all the magic out of it. But then I cough, kind of clack again. And 2 like gross worms come out. And I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably worse indigestion than anything I just had.
Oh, awful. Yes, I'm not sure I can eat.
Okay, well, I'll take your word for it. Let's go find everyone else, I guess.
But still, the gesture meant a lot to me.
Of course.
All right, you make it back to everyone, and TK is just looking grumpy. And you see that Bubbles has like some garbage, and they're just like chewing on it on the ground, as a dog would do at a fair.
Laura's still headed towards Warped Queen. So.
Okay. Is anyone...
Fight me, Eve!
That's all TK. Go to the Warp Queen. TK's like, well, now where the fuck's the Laura?
Well, now that we have everyone here, no one wander off. We'll go find Alora and then we'll head out because I think people are starting to look at us funny.
All right.
Hey,
Go ahead.
oh, Weary, are you able to analyze those meat tubes in any way?
With, like, to taste them with my mouth?
If they're safe?
Yeah, just
usually-
go grab one and eat it.
Yeah, usually I defer to TK and then I make
I do
myself
like
from
some
there.
meat tubes.
Yeah, TK.
Kurtok just
they
like
taste fine.
watches in anticipation.
I take one and I start slicing it very thinly using pesca. Like a monster.
It looks all right. I mean, and now, as nature is cyclical, and we know, as you eat the meat tube, you now become the meat tube. Because that's how it works, right? It's just all the ground up meat stuff in the casing, and then you eat it, and now you're the casing. You've become the meat tube. Welcome to Blue Planet as we dive into the nature of Loch Railta.
Oh, man. How's the Warp Queen doing?
So, Alora, you are marching over. You go through by a lot of Fae. Unlike your compatriots, all the Fae that see you are very happy. They're thanking you. People are like handing you like little, like they'll hand you flowers, or like you'll get like pieces of like candy or chocolate, stuff like that. People are just very happy that you're here because you've brought life back to the forest, and as a result, this part of Fairy that has been corrupted through the forest. You go up to this large area where all this large tree has all these like vines coming down that basically create this building, and you part some of the vines where Glyph had come out, and as they close behind you, the sound, it just pretty much dies out completely. You see the Warped Queen. They are standing over a table. They have their hands out on either side, and little pieces are lifting into the air, and you're watching like they're uncut gemstones, or they're like raw pieces of metal as they're being twisted and shaped into pieces for a device as the Warped Queen is putting them together in the air, and they slowly turn their head towards you. Alora.
Hello.
What is it I can do for you?
Well, I believe my compatriots and I are going to leave soon. But I did want to just apologize for letting you down. Um, I would like your help or your insight and input on a couple of things if you have time.
I don't blame you for what you did. I'm hurt by the results. And I understand why you did what you did. But what is it that you seek?
My parents.
I told you before that your mother came through here, and that your mother had perished from a godly attack.
Do you know who they were?
I had my suspicions. I believe it was the chieftain of the giants.
Yes.
You may find a trinket of your mother's if you look around there.
Oh. Okay. Do you know anything of my father? If there was anything left behind with wherever he was?
I tell you of your mother because I owe a great debt to your mother. But the information on your father, there's a price to pay. What are you willing to give?
I don't know that I have anything that you would want.
How about a favor? When I need something from you, I will ask it of you, and you will do it. I will not ask you to take a life, but what I ask will be important, and I expect it to be done.
Oh, okay. I will do it as best as I can. Don't give me that look, Eve. I will do it. I will do it as best as I can.
Your father had come here with your mother, but left ahead of schedule. I believe that your father was talking about going to the kingdom of North Harbor. They were seeking something to help keep you safe.
Oh, okay.
I have associates that can assist you in North Harbor if you're ever there. Simply go up to a tree, place your hand on it, and concentrate, calling out to me. I will send someone to meet you.
Oh, okay.
I do not know if your father still draws breath, but I do know that was their last known whereabouts.
Thank you. Someone had told me that you knew how to track down Resmir.
Yes, I placed the information inside Forvin.
Okay.
Forvin will be your guide.
Okay. I will remind my compatriots of that. Is there anything else I could help you with? What are you working on over there?
Just something. A little something to give back to some people who like to meddle.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for your help and the information.
Beware the crawling chaos, Alora. They watch with 1,000 faces under the 3 black suns. And they are watching you.
Are the 3 black suns tied to the moon being that I freed?
I cannot speak more of it without gathering their attention.
I understand. Can you tell me anything about the moon being that I have been accompanied and possessed by? Surely you of all people know of that magic, since you've also been watching me.
Yes, the knowledge will return the world. They were once a demigod, and I suppose now they are again. They kept watch over the moon, ensuring that both of them maintained proper orbit. One of those moons is not naturally occurring, and it's possible for it to fall. It was their duty to watch over it and ensure it continued spinning. Unfortunately, the Nostradamus Corporation does not care.
Oh, okay. Well, do you know that they have any qualms with Varkashka? My friend TK is equally as upset with me as you probably are regarding my choices, and I just want to make sure I can go back with some decent news.
I do not believe so. Varkashka is siblings with this demigod. They do not war, although Varkashka is at war. The demigod's name is Mahui, the demigod of the moons. The knowledge will return to the world when the demigod died the way it did. Along with the knowledge of it, it's completely wiped from everyone's minds.
That explains why I never heard about it as a child.
It makes it easier so that the lesser beings don't fall into their usual panic.
Okay. Well, thank you for all of this information. I greatly appreciate it.
I will call upon that favor. Be ready when I do.
I understand.
And they go back to just working on the device. You see different parts are floating in. Some trickle in through the doorway. You see materials are coming down, sitting down onto the table.
And then I head back out into the chaos that is the fair.
Just immediately bumping into people that are very
Yep.
excited and happy to see you. And they're telling you that they're just, oh, thank you so much for saving the forest.
Of course. It was nothing. It was no big deal.
Here, have some chocolate.
Oh, thank you. Are there other games or anything that I could do?
Oh yeah, there's like, it's all the classics. They have like the test of strength. They have like, there's like the mirrored houses. You see that there are all sorts of like games of skill, like throwing balls and trying to get them into like different areas for points. You see that there's one person who's standing there just completely covered in armor. A sword is stabbed into the ground, and there's a sign beside them saying, like, fight me. There's
That
signs
one's not
everywhere.
part of a game. It's just a guy.
It is someone who's just there, and you see
That's just his thing, you know.
there is like blood
me.
here and there.
It's TK's
around them.
husband.
Yeah.
Oof.
Does the House of Mirrors like look kind of quiet-ish?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll go there anyway. That looks fun. I need to make sure I don't look like a complete mess when I find my friends. Let me just go there. There's mirrors. That works.
All right, so you head off to the House of Mirrors.
Yeah.
All right. The rest of you.
Oh, well, I think Alora might have been kidnapped. They've been gone an awful long time, and you know how Fae can be. We should probably look for
Starting
them.
to think that they're just trying to avoid me.
Oh yeah, that might be it too. Can we do that thing? Remember, like, oh god, what was that town? The one we burned down a third of.
Yeah,
remember when
let's
we all-
burn this place down. I am
No,
absolutely
that's-
down with that.
That's not where I was going. I was saying, remember when we all sat down and talked about our secrets? We could do that while we leave. And then we could, like, bury any proverbial hatchets.
I was absolutely ready to talk about like all my problems, and everybody walked away. So I'm kind of pissed off at everybody equally right now.
Fair.
Glyph doesn't, again, Glyph's, has a polygonal robot face, but when TK says I'm kind of pissed off at everybody, they are like,
All right. The meat tube was good. Thank you, Glyph.
good, yes, you all need to eat. That's very
Yeah.
important.
You're very, very invested in our sustenance lately. That's interesting.
Glyph's a little like fidgety.
Are you? Did you get something like stuck inside of you, or are you embarrassed? What's going on?
What? No. We do need to find Alora, and we do need to go.
Right, Forvin, you can fly.
Mm-hmm.
What about me?
Talk. I think you were recovering from like poisoning.
Forbin actually fixed me up real good. It's
Oh,
pretty
okay. Do
amazing.
you want to fly and find Alora?
Sure. I'll take a
Father, we
look
can
at it.
fly together.
Oh, you're related now? That's fun.
Yeah, it'd be like pilot and co-pilot.
That's adorable. You two have fun flying. I'm gonna sit down and start drawing. I start drawing schematics for the arm.
All right. So, Kratok, make me a perception check.
It's a natural 20.
Oh, you see Alora, and Alora looks over. You see Alora like sees TK and sees everyone and just kind of slinks away, like goes wide arc around everyone, and then is like kind of walking. People are being very nice to them, and they're having fun. They're eating candy and stuff, and they see a house of mirrors, and you see them just happily walking towards this house of mirrors.
Talk kind of coasts down towards Alora and says, Alora! Alora, wait up, Alora!
Alora!
Irvin, hello. Hello, Kritok. Are you enjoying the festival?
Yeah, it's been alright. I had a weird dog thing and almost, well, I was kind of sick.
Oh, well, you look okay now. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, Forvin's amazing at relieving stomach aches.
Oh
Just for
yeah,
future
just
reference.
I'll eat the food right out of your stomach.
Just pretend you didn't hear that.
Forgotten. Would you like to come into the House of Mirrors with me? I wanted to just kind of experience the full festivities before we left, because who knows when we'll be back and when they'll hold this again.
I'll wait outside. Everyone kind of wanted to regroup, but I guess if you want to go in and have some fun, why not?
Okay.
So Kritok just kind of like tries to wave and like flag everyone over.
All right, TK's been watching you as you've been in the sky, just with this angry stare, just making sure you don't get distracted and go have fun. And yeah, you can see Kritok is waving you over.
Yep.
All
Guys, marching on over.
No, looks like it wasn't a kidnapping after all.
Alora,
That's good.
you rush into this mirror house as you see they're coming. So you slink on in, and immediately you smack into a wall, and then another wall, and then another wall, and you realize you're in this mirror hell. And you look down, and it goes forever because there's mirrors in the ceiling, mirrors on the bottom. Roll me, I guess, an acrobatics.
Am I tumbling my way through?
No, it's more
I think
like
it'd be like a wisdom.
it's more like keeping your balance as you're looking down, and you just get a sense like vertigo going over
Okay.
you.
21.
So you put your hands on the mirror, you're looking down, you see forever, you stare into the void, and you look up and you once again see forever. You're looking around you and the mirrors don't end. Every so often you see another Fae in the mirrors and they disappear. There's other people wandering around, and you're just slowly making your way through this maze. And there's all sorts of weird, like, sometimes the mirror will be like really warped and twisted and you'll look really strange. Other times it'll show you just super tiny, and you're just wandering through. Would Alora be enjoying this kind of thing?
I think I'm a little overwhelmed. But I'm trying to be focused.
Mm-hmm.
And not like wigged out, mostly so TK doesn't beat the shit out of me, but two, just to like kind of really enjoy the experience. Because like for me, Megan, I've done the mirror maze, not fun. The only reason I got out was because I helped a small child.
Small child knew the way.
No, small child did not, and somehow once I was like, here, I'll help you find your mom, and we got out. I don't know. But I'm kind of by myself, and so I'm kind of just like enjoying the vibe of just sort of lost.
So you're wandering through here, and it's pretty good fun. You've never seen something like this before, and you're avoiding conflict, which is just everyone's favorite skill. And so you're going through, and you see one mirror that gets you to stop. Because
There goes the music. Now I'm scared.
Yeah, no, the nice music.
you see a lot of the other mirrors are reflecting you all over in various weird shapes or forms. But you look at this other mirror, and it looks like your mother.
like walk slowly and do like Tarzan Jane hand thing.
They look down at your hand. They don't mimic your actions, and they look sad. You watch it's like a tear is going down their face. They're looking at you. You're getting a better look at them. It looks like they're very pale.
Mom?
Your mother nods and goes to take a step forward, and it's like they hit an invisible wall, and they just take the step back.
Are you okay?
They look sad. They look at you and just nod. They point at you, like almost like referring, like, look how big you've gotten.
Yeah, it's been a while. I have, well, I guess we're friends. I have friends now. We go on adventures, and I'm kind of learning my powers. I start like rummaging through like my bags of stuff to be like show and tell kind of thing to my mom. So I'm just like rambling at this mirror like 1,000 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm. You're showcasing all these weird magic items you found, your jars of dirt, your your staff from the world tree, and your mother is looking at you and then points there where your succulent is missing.
Oh, I put it on the Warped Queen's husband's grave. I messed up, and the least I could do is kind of help use my magic to help the land flourish a little bit more on his grave.
They nod and they hold out their hand, and you watch as they are moving their other hand in specific gestures. You can tell they're doing the spell components of like a certain summoning spell, and they look over at you. They gesture at you to hold out your hand, and then they slowly move with the other hand so that you mimic what they're doing.
Wait, Mom, slow down. Hold on.
It takes a few tries, but you finally get it. This plant sprouts from your palm. And what does it look like?
A little bit more red on the edges, so it's still very much a green, the green succulent from before, but now on the outer lining of the petals, they're just it goes like red, and then the very points of it are black. So it looks like, happiest expression, this is where my brain went, but it looks like a blooming onion. So those like deep fried onions, it's kind of like that, like there's that many layers of this like succulent. And so it's just, you can see all of the like the red and the black and everything in each of the little petals. As it even gets like the smaller ones, you can see it more.
You look up, excited, what you just did, and it's just you in the mirror.
Mom?
You wait a few minutes, see if anything happens. You're tapping on the glass. There doesn't seem to be anything that happens.
I'll use that mirror to kind of just weave and braid in the plant into the vines that are on my head.
You move a little bit more slowly now throughout the rest of the mirror maze, and you are feeling a lot of things as you're a little lost in thought, and it's almost like you get blasted with the cacophony of sound and see a very angry TK tapping her foot, arms crossed, looking at you as you're stepping out of there.
Are you done?
If I say no. Why won't you have any fun, TK? You need to lighten up. It's not good that you're always all moody and morose. It's called depression. You're depressed. It's not okay.
Hey,
I mean, it's
not.
okay to be depressed, but like, it's not okay to wallow in it like you have been. Like, lighten the fuck up.
I am not depressed. I'm ready to go.
Well, I'm not. And I'm
TK's just gonna telekinetically grab them. Just hold them in place.
If you want to fight it, Alora, you can. Otherwise, you could just let TK kind of hold you.
I'm all for the mental imagery of like me just like running midair. Like very cartoon, just like, let it go! Let it go! I want to have fun! You're killing it!
You are avoiding this.
Avoiding what?
Me.
It's kind of hard to avoid you when you go everywhere I go.
Have I been following you around?
No, because you've
Or
been
have I been
sitting
sitting on that
sulking.
fucking bench?
You were sitting on the bench sulking. You could have been following me. We could have had a lovely time. But no.
No. The second I tried to
We
talk.
got to eat some fun food. Forvin got to eat some fun food. Did you have any fun food?
I had a meat too.
Seems kind of fun.
I'm not
Alright.
avoiding you. I'm just trying to have fun.
The second I tried to talk to you, you walked away from me.
Because I knew you were gonna yell.
I'm not going to yell at you.
Promise.
I mean, I'm about to start yelling
Pinky
at
promise, and not with your mushroom arm, that you're not
I'm-
gonna yell at me.
you. If you don't stop, I will yell at you. So I'm not going to make
That's
that
not
promise.
a promise. That's not
I'm
a
not
promise.
going to make that promise.
Well, then I'm not gonna. No. And I just can't try to run off.
Yeah, that was just
Still
she's
stuck.
still
You're
holding.
still floating.
Look over there. Just can't go anywhere.
I don't want to. I don't want to be this person. Okay.
Well, I don't want you
I
to
like
be
having a
this
good
either.
time.
Well, then have it.
No.
Well, the stick's up your ass, not mine. Bye. And I just.
Still stuck.
It's like a bungee cord.
It's the yo-yo. It's what you started
Uh-huh.
with. We're back.
You just stop for 5 seconds and just listen to me.
You have 5 seconds.
I am mad at you. I am.
Bye. You said 5 seconds.
I'm showing Kratok
Laura,
drawings of arms.
Please. You
I'm
just
ready to
listen
the
to
guy
me.
that says fight me.
That's a really good one.
Will you just listen to me?
Laura, this is very important.
Fine. What?
You can't be acting like that. That's
Like-
my problem.
Like what?
If Kratok had pulled the shit that you pulled back there, I wouldn't be half as upset. Do you understand the levels of what you are going to be? The scope of it.
I'm already a catalyst in a war, so why not just let me have fun?
That's not what you did. Was not fun. You created a demigod.
Technically, they were already created. I just resurrected him.
What gave you the right? What made you think that was a safe or a good thing to do?
My previous encounters with said demigod, maybe?
Where it tried to eat you or kidnapped you off to the fucking moon, where I had to drag you out of my own mouth to retrieve you?
No one told you to do that. You just chose to. You're also
What
the
else
one who
would
made,
you have had me
You
do?
made a deal with Varkashka first, so before you go pointing fingers at me, look at your fucking self.
That is a closed loop. I don't care if you made a deal.
Us.
It does not. You can participate, but if you don't, it does not affect you. Do you even know what my deal is?
That you have to kill off the siblings. You've already said that.
Yeah.
So guess
for
what? You get it. I don't fucking know. But you just said that
Exactly.
all you
You
have
don't
to do
know.
is kill him.
You don't know.
Just kill him again. It's fine. It was apparently easy enough that it happened once.
That's the issue. You don't know what you are making the deal for. You don't know what you would get out of it. You don't know the consequences of if you had failed. You don't know. I know exactly the consequences. I know exactly the problem. What happens to me if I fail? Oh, I don't get what I want. That's it. End of story.
Yeah, and I don't want anything.
What would have happened if you had failed?
I probably would have died.
Probably. You don't know. Do
More
you?
than likely.
You have no fucking idea. We don't know the consequences of now that you've succeeded. What's going to happen? I don't fucking know. You don't know. Nobody fucking knows. This could all fucking go tits up. I know that thing doesn't like me. It doesn't like Glyph. We fucking killed it.
Sounds
And
like
now
a
you gave it
problem.
god powers.
That's still a you problem, though. You
You made it
apologize.
a me
You could
problem.
apologize to the god. It's not hard.
I'm not going to apologize.
Well, then again, that's a you problem. Glyph isn't the same automata that they were when they killed the person in the first place. Besides, the Warped Queen already told me Varkashka doesn't have any beef with this sibling. So there's not going to be a problem.
I'm not worried about Varkashka. Well, maybe a little bit, because you might have fucked me on my deal.
I didn't.
Do you know that?
Yes.
Do you know? How?
I do.
How?
Because the Warp Queen literally told me that Varkashka doesn't give two shits about the sibling. The sibling is irrelevant to Varkashka. They're fine.
I was given a specific task. Because
Yes,
of your
I've been given like
choice.
5, so fuck.
Because of your choice. Will you just fucking listen? Because of your choice, I have failed my task. Do you know what I lose if I fail my task?
Your tube theory?
I lose getting back what is mine. What was stolen from me. The whole fucking reason why I am here right now. The only thing that I can do before I fucking die. Okay? only thing that I'm interested in fucking doing before I die. And I could have stopped you there.
Then why didn't you?
Because I fucking care about you, you asshole.
If you cared so much, then why didn't you just stop me from fucking up to begin with? Instead of
Because
wasting all this time sulking on a bench about how pissy you are at me, why don't you just stop me and like keep this from being a problem?
It is your choice.
Exactly. So lay the fuck off.
I'm allowed to be fucking pissed off at you for stupid choices, especially when you are going to be a god, and I don't want to regret not letting you get eaten. I don't want to. And I'm getting very fucking worried that I will. But here's the thing. Even though I'm worried about that, I'm still not going to fucking let you get eaten.
I won't let you get eaten either.
Don't make me regret it.
I'll try.
All I want you to do is think.
Can I get past? You see, you two are blocking the exit to the mirror house.
Okay, it's just go pick them up and kind of just lightly toss them.
Just start eating people over.
There's like a lineup of people. They're like, no, you two, it's just all about important community.
I grab Kratok and Glyph and I head over, and it's like it looked like we had just finished a huddle, and it's like, all right, so here's oh you're done. Okay, well we had a very good speech planned. Kratok was gonna play a song.
Yeah, the moment's kind of gone now, though.
Yeah, well.
Orvin, can you
want
lead
you
us
to
to where
think
we need to
about
go?
before you go and make decisions like that, because you have a lot more on your shoulders than the rest of us. The rest of us can afford to fucking go off on whims, but once you have that power, you can't do that. You can't. That will
just said it's my
destroy
choice,
just
though.
so many fucking people and so much shit. It's a limited scope with me. It's a limited scope with Glyph. We're just fucking soldiers.
You think I have an unlimited scope?
No, no. I wasn't fucking talking about you.
Sorry. Kratok, you too. You
I
have an
mean, maybe
unlimited
once
scope.
you're immortal, I don't
feel
fucking
like
know
I
what the
do.
deal with that is.
I'm immortal.
All right. Can I just throw in my little 2 cents before we head out, because I really value our group cohesion now that we've killed and resurrected gods together. Alora, I'm getting the feeling that you're a little worried about your decision making, but you're really doubling down and you're running away from us, and we're trying to reach out to you, and that hurts my feelings. That's what you say, right? I don't know why I turned to Glyph like that would provide me an answer. So
Well worded, Weary.
thank you, Kratok. And obviously, TK, you are upset because we have made reckless decisions over and over again, and you clearly have a protective instinct for us, even if you regret it sometimes. I care for you both. I really need you both to be able to talk one at a time to each other so that I can keep up. Because when you both talk and you both clash in that way, I get like this horrible ringing in my ears that I can't get rid of. And I really appreciate you both, but my goodness. I remember I said I have the dying potion and the living forever potion? They're next to each other for a reason.
What's the reason?
I don't know. I just thought it sounded dramatic.
Oh, well,
Who the fuck are you?
fair.
Shut up.
Can we go? I feel like we're the people at the place where we've made our problems everyone's problems. Can we go, please?
You
That's why I've been wanting to leave, because I wanted to have this conversation outside of town.
TK,
You couldn't
you
wait.
pick up the skeleton man with these shoddy robes on and hurl him as he's like, "Oh no, wait!"
Wait, was that our
And-
skeleton man?
Yeah, it just crashes into like this overflowing trash can.
Was that our skeleton man or a different?
Yeah, I looked
skeleton?
at it because they said, "No, wait, I'm the Duke," and then you.
Oh, the Duke is here. Look at that.
I was
Hey,
just
the
checking
point-
in, seeing if everything was all right. I have to find my leg.
Oh,
2 minutes.
okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna table this for later. I found out that if one of us bonds to the Darkblade permanently, we join the Darkblade party room when we die. Did anyone else find anything out during our little venture besides dragon dogs being hazardous to your health? Glyph, you've been nervous looking or fidgeting. I've never seen you fidget before. Is that a thing that you're doing?
Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah,
I'm not sure what this is. This
it's
is new.
extraneous movement, so it's like new for you.
Oh. I was wondering what that was.
I thought you were just working in some like lubricant or something.
Oh, could you imagine? It's just like little oil splats came out of the hands. Ugh.
The Nostradamus Corporation has been spying on us through my body for several weeks.
Oh, that's not good.
That's
No.
Fucking great. Let's go. Right now. Have you
It
turned
sounded-
it off?
It sounded like it was a
Yes.
second part to the news. Yeah. What? So you turned it off? That's good.
Okay,
Let's go.
Lucas.
That's a good reason to go.
What about let's just carry the Duke with us.
What would you like to turn off?
What? Oh.
Yeah, I heard Ian say there's something you can turn off.
No, you said
Oh no, I was asking if it was something.
I
you
already
turned off.
disconnected all
okay.
of the spying,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was just
Yeah.
asking if it was off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go and grab the Duke and put him in a sack.
No!
You're coming with us. We have to go.
I was just checking in.
With I take out the head. With what?
How things are going? I haven't heard from you for like a week.
Oh, we almost died.
We're
Again.
par for the course.
Yeah, I don't like how casually you're taking our deaths. But
I
go off,
am
I guess.
dead. What?
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
Very- Uh-huh.
Uh,
Okay.
No, I was checking in. Any luck on any of those masks or sticking it to those cultists?
No, we've been kind of stuck dealing with forest problems for a while, but we're moving on
I
to the
hate
next
the
cultist in a
forest.
second.
That's why I had ours cut down.
Deeply troubling. Anything else?
Oh, well, you know, I was going through the woods, and it's the strangest group of individuals running away from this horrific undead monstrosity I know coming from me, right? I was swinging some blade of pure white energy. But other than that, no, the forest looks nice. The songbirds are coming back, and that's cool.
All right. I need you to
Rewind.
backtrack a couple sentences. You said a blade of pure white?
Oh, that? Yeah.
These
in-
woods.
As in counterpoint to our blade of pure darkness.
Well, I was hanging out at a safe house that the warden set up. They're set up so the giants can't get you. So there I was, enjoying a nice cup of tea that was just pouring right through my skeletal frame. These people barge in. One's a little dandy. With their secretary, they have this large sarcophagus, and I thought to myself, that seems like bad news, so I made like a bag of bones and rolled under the bed, and I just sort of sat there listening to everyone argue. Some wardens showed up. There was a little Walkris. There was an orc lady who claimed she was a warden. Everyone was pointing weapons at each other, and then the sarcophagus burst open, and there's all sorts of terrible things.
Did our names come up during this argument?
Kyle did. The name Kyle, Lord Kyle.
Does anyone know a Kyle? I don't know any Kyles.
And
Cliff?
also a Titus. I think that was the thing inside the sarcophagus. They kept yelling, Titus, stop it. Titus, what are you doing? Titus, don't you remember? It's me, the brother who killed you. And I said, that doesn't sound like a very convincing argument to me.
All right.
Cliff is like turns their back to everyone and like squats down and is like holding their face and is just absorbing this knowledge, and they're like, It's fucking Kyle. It's Kyle. And Titus.
That's what the.
That's the first time that Glyph said fuck.
Yeah, has Glyph said fuck before?
I don't think Glyph's
No.
sworn.
That was Glyph's first fuck.
Yeah.
Stands back up and spins around. Lord Kyle and Lord Titus are heirs of the Bywood Empire. They're Lady Bywood's eldest sons.
One's not
Oh.
anymore. I'll tell you that much.
So they
You know,
probably
kill them and get that sword.
Yeah, they probably hate us because we blew up their mom. Or maybe they don't. She seemed like a not nice lady.
Wait, who's their mom?
The mother of the Bywoods.
Oh, they suck. Oh,
Duke, did maybe I rattle you a little bit when I picked you up out of the garbage? Are you okay?
well, currently your toad wolf has my leg, so
It's okay. I'm holding your head. You really only need that to talk to me.
that's cruel.
Oh, then I am quite enjoying it.
I'm for the most part all right. You know, I found out once I entered into these horrific warped woods, the mob stopped chasing me, saying, "Put down the monstrosity." It's probably came out of the Doom Cube. Funny enough, right? But no, I was having a pretty good walk.
Okay.
It's amazing. I don't tire.
Right. It's great.
Still crave
so,
food and I can't eat though. Kind
Oh,
of a
you know, I have-
never-ending punishment.
Yeah, it is kind of like a torment. I'm trying to improve on that whole situation
Is
when I become
this
immortal.
how my serfs felt?
Oh, you're so close. You're so
Yeah,
close to
only on
actualization.
top of being hungry, they were probably also really tired.
Oh,
Right,
because
all
they're
the time.
lazy. Right. Okay.
Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna
You're
stuff
right.
him
You're
back in the
never
bag.
mind. They probably
Stuff
never
him-
felt anything like this.
I'm gonna stuff him back in the bag.
Oh heavens.
All right.
Okay. Two of the Bywoods are in the warped woods and possibly have what I hope is not the Bright Blade.
That
The
sounds like a bad
Nostradamus
time.
Corporation has been stalking us essentially.
Mm.
And Lucas, you said there was more.
You have
The
a lot of
walkers.
stuff, but it's all encrypted, so you can take
Oh, no.
time to go through
Oh,
it.
okay.
So it's not a
Okay.
problem, but it's not something that you can just pop open.
Yeah, and I look over the just so much extra files that I know I need to sit and go through. I'm just like, there's much more going on than we know.
You think?
Oh, I know.
Well, that's good.
So I tried to look into other information about Resmir and all that, but the Werp Queen just said that Forvin would show us the way. So maybe I don't know. We could just follow Forvin and see where we go.
Sure, Forvin, let's go hunt us a cultist. You can help us do that.
Let's go, Father.
I really hope you were talking to Kratok. I'm not ready for that responsibility.
Of course I was talking to Kratok.
Oh, thank goodness. Uncle at best. Piddler? Aunt?
Uncle.
I'll figure out a
Aunt.
term later.
Feel free to hitch a ride if you want. I guess it's the least I can do after you help me out there.
Okay. So Forvin just lands on your shoulder, and the little pupil opens up, and you just hear Forvin as all these little sparkles, the fairy sparkles come out and they lead a little path.
Uh,
Fairy
I thought that was
magic.
I thought that was the dog.
No, that went down just fine. Kratok took the
goodness.
What do you
brunt
think
of
the
that.
sparkles are made out of?
Of the dragon dog, clearly.
Dragon dolls.
It just kind of smells like that.
Oh man.
You know what? I'll take what magic I can get right now.
Yeah, our Fae vacation's been a disaster. Let's go.
Honestly, as far as
Vacation.
vacations go, this was pretty successful. No one got transformed into something terrible.
I wasn't allowed to do any fire spells, so there's no fire for this arc.
And no one's in a
regrettably.
coma. That's another
No one's in
thing.
a coma. That's cool.
I mean, we could always, once we step out of the woods, we could just, huck a fireball back into it.
I was going to do
know.
that.
I don't don't think so. It sounds like a lame idea for
You want to talk about consequences for a minute there? Let's not do that. Thank you.
Hey, that
Fine.
wasn't a TK. I didn't do TK voice. That wasn't TK. That was
No,
just some
That was just
guy.
Eve.
That's just some guy.
Guy.
That was the one that
Some
yeeted
guy.
over us while we were yelling.
Curse you, some guy, for feeding into my pyromania. Yeah, no, I go get the spider horses out of their stable.
Yeah, there are signs leading there because there are signs all over.
Right,
this
there's
place,
signs that
because
in
we're
our-
at
in
a
our-
festival.
In our audio-visual medium,
You
there are
follow-
signs pointing to everything.
You follow these signs, and it doesn't take you long. Your spider horses are well taken care of. Your wagon looks to be repaired. It's in very good condition. Your supplies are restocked, so you have food in there, some stuff for like camping. So it looks like you're pretty set.
Cliff, as we've established, can't emote or cry, but when they see Muffin, their spider horse, they kind of tremblingly hug their spider horse's neck.
Oh,
And it bites down on your head lovingly.
Muffin. I miss Muffin.
So you all
Oh.
reunite with your spider horses and start walking your horses through the crowd. Bubbles, the toad wolf, happily jumps because that toad ability, so it can leap real high, and it just leaps into the cart and is like sitting at the front, just like looking out, very excited. You toss the bag of bones into the back. The Duke is reassembling themselves, and little Forvin is helping lead the way. You did it. You solved my festival puzzles and survived.
The puzzle was interpersonal relationships the whole time.
And riddles.
Communication.
I
issue.
refuse to acknowledge the riddles because I got all of them wrong.
Oh, and yeah. There's definitely also a hay bale that was like, put in the back of the Laurel one. You got
Yeah.
that ladder and the fiddle. But as you all are getting ready to leave, you are wary of the Fae as you're leaving, and you go through this mansion and back into the forest. But you're excited to get the hell out of here. And we watch as the camera drifts away from our dear randos. We fly over this area. We leave the warped woods. We travel across the oceans towards the Foundry of Steel. There is a large central tower. Inside this tower, there are many, many massacred associates. You see people they've been laying there for days. Their bodies are starting to rot. We pass by offices where chairs have been shattered, people have been killed. We go past a few meeting rooms where it looks like a few people died in the meetings, but you're not sure if they died from whoever attacked or if they died from the meeting itself. It's hard to tell with business. We go past this one room where we see a person walking back and forth. She has a bird on her head as she is talking to an assistant who's nervously scribbling things down. We go past a secret panel into a room. There are doctors and nurses that have been killed. There is this pod that has this soft glow. We hear a little beep sound. It opens up. We watch a mechanical arm grab the side of it, pulling out this woman. She's blinking her eyes, she's fixing her hair, putting it up. She's grabbing just this coat off of one of the dead doctors. There's blood on it. She's looking around as she picks up this scalpel that's on the side. Son of a bitch. Fucking Kyle. Lady Bywood walks over the corpses angrily and presses a few buttons. The side panel opens up, scaring the woman with a bird on her head and an assistant nervously scribbling things down. Ian, would you like to reprise your role?
Yeah, of course. The body I'm inhabiting says you're my mom.
What the hell are you?
Oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
You're not from here.
No.
What happened to the building?
Oh, it
was Kyle.
Okay, it was Kyle. Oh, Kyle. I showed up pretty late. I was like, it's time to take my seat at the reins. Third acceptable child, but turns out Kyle kind of ruined everything for everybody.
Oh, it's Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh, Titus is dead.
Yeah.
Are you my last kid?
In a manner of speaking?
I'm sure I have more.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You seem terrifying, and I'm easily swayed by people who are stronger than me. What would you like me to do?
Oh, you're my new favorite.
That's exciting in ways I don't understand.
Let me just take a look real quick. This woman walks across, like just walking over these bodies, walking on like the blood-soaked carpet, and comes up to you, and this mechanical arm grabs onto your shoulder, and with a flash, her other hand comes up and just presses the side of your avian head, your true head.
You found the real head.
And you are terrified. This thing is in front of you. It's too old. You can't take it. You can't take over it. You are definitely going to happily follow the orders of it. She releases her hand from the side of your bird head. You invested how much in birdseed?
Too much. It might actually win out in the end because I'm going to take over several small nations that produce birdseed.
Well, there's not a lot of birds left in the Foundry of Steel. I think
I'll
we're gonna
make
have to
more.
fix some investments.
What?
She walks over to a wall and takes a trophy that says "World's Best Mom" and twists it, and you watch as the panels of the wall flip over, and there are so many guns just lining this wall. A few things come up, and it's these suits of armor. There's others that are just like regular, like business suits, stuff like that. As she's getting dressed and putting on armor, looking over, she picks up this incredibly long rifle, looks like a sniper rifle. So first I have to ground my son, but after that, there's a little group that I have to come say hi and hopefully bye to.
Do you think they have any bodies I could use?
Oh, my new favorite child. I assure you, there are many.
Oh, that's excellent. This one's a little flimsy. I'd like a new one soon.
We leave these two as they begin discussing and ordering a new airship to come dock itself at the tower. And more weapons are being placed on Lady Arabella Bywood. And we end our session there.
I imagine that seagull is gonna get like a little suit.
Yeah. A little business suit.
Instead of just trying to pretend to be someone else, it's just gonna be the seagull riding by.
Yeah.
I love that Lady Bywood didn't even worry about her daughter Bernadette at all.
I'm not shocked.
No,
Lady
the
Bywood's
bird
new
is
daughter
a better
is
daughter.
Paloma. Yeah.
Much better daughter.
Paloma Bywood.
That
Oh
is,
no.
yeah, Paloma Bywood, the new Bywood.
I'm gonna kill some randos.
That's my kid.
I'm gonna mount Weary's head on my wall.
So did you all have fun today?
Yes.
Oof.
This session was great. I think I talked for maybe like 10%. I got to sit back a lot. It was great.
free.
Yeah.
It's a repayment to you for the dragon dogs from last week.
I do appreciate it.
Oh man, first NPC to ever give me a migraine, but in a good way. It's fine.
Yeah, we almost killed you last session.
It was, no, I was falling out of my chair. It was bad.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed your vacation, as we have now finished our time in the Faewilds and the Warped Woods, and you are all going to be following Forvin and seeing what magical adventures you can all have in the Enclave of Terra, and what terrible frog-like adventures you will have. If you want to know more of where the randos will soon be going, feel free to check out our Quiet Year run-through, where we created a frog-centric dig site. It was never intended to be that, and it is now. And there is now a new demigod of frogs.
I mentioned frogs once, and it spiraled
It's-
heavily out of control.
That's usually how it works in these games. I don't know if you've noticed.
Someone
Oh,
brought
whoops.
up a frog altar, and then we threw it into the pit with all the teeth.
Kayla drew
and-
the first draw frog, so
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but I mentioned, oh, there's a bog. I bet there's a little frog there. And
Mm.
that set the idea in my brain forever.
The ball started rolling and the cult started forming. It was it was
Yeah.
very quick.
Like any cult in Loch Realta, it's all about the weird animals.
Popped up quick, yeah. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. This has been a wild ride. I'm so happy. I never get to use the Fae properly in campaigns, and now I actually got to make a lot of deals. And Alora's racking up some favors. So we will.
Oh no, the consequences to my action.
Besides Tika yelling at me every episode, what else is new?
It's not every
It's
episode.
starting
because
to be.
TK has such high expectations for where
You're not
Alora's
my
going.
mom.
Yeah, the mirror's not either.
It's because TK cares.
Yeah, whatever.
That's what the K stands for.
TK thinks
See,
that
TK
Weary and Kratok
cares-
have unlimited potential.
Yeah, TK cares a lot about everybody, but
Mhm.
she has absolutely no idea on how to express her emotions. So she just gets pissed off.
Mm.
And she's been technically alive for like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah. Yeah,
Lots
like
of
you know,
that.
it's like a teenager with a fucking super brain powers and stuck in a constant murder rampage. And everybody's expecting her to process her emotions like a fucking adult.
Have these good conversations. All right, let's go around the table. Anywhere we can find you, any projects you have coming up, anything like that, by all means, and any recommendations that you want to give, for sure. I've been your DM for the evening. You can find me. I man the Ballad of the Seven Dice Twitter, and I also run a podcast for Ballad of the Seven Dice, where it's a tale of heroes being ripped throughout the multiverse into the Forgotten Realms, where we fight an eldritch war. And that is where many of my Steve NPCs originated, as well as the Ghoulish one, actually. Just fun. You
And the Dark Blade.
Oh, yeah, and the Dark Blade. The Dark Blade was actually an orc who was a cook, and they just assumed the role of the Dark Blade and manifested the Dark Blade.
Boromir.
Oh, who?
Or Borodon.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Bordon,
I-
yeah, and
There we
Draxir as
go.
well. Draxir from
Mhm.
who created the Centurion models, which we may be hearing more of that voice. So we have an audio drama special coming up on said podcast where a lot of voices came into play. I think we had 11 guests, including Jess and Meg. It is very exciting. I wrote a lot for it, and it seems to have really turned out well. So I'm very excited. I'm just putting in the lines all together now and adding music and stuff. So that'll be out next week on Monday. So probably around 8 a.m. or something. I don't know. It'll be up though. Don't you worry. We also have a Patreon if you want to help. It helps us get new equipment. It helps us pay for hosting fees, other software, that kind of stuff like Sirenscape, using the stuff for like OBS. So definitely helps. If you want to check out our Patreon, we do post additional audio content, behind the scenes stuff, what's going on with Ballad, all that. And you can join for the price of $1. So check it out. It's patreon.com/ballad7dice. So give that a look. My recommendation is, if you have heard all those really cool anime people, because we all know they're always cool, and they're all talking about One Piece, and you yourself want to understand the world of One Piece, but you refuse to watch 1,000 episodes of an anime or read 800 books, then check out Sailing All Blue, where Xander and their good friend just travel through rereading these books from start to finish, and they are just kind of recapping the different scenes that are going through, and it's pretty fun listen. I watch a lot of One Piece, so it's a good time to kind of like relive all that. But yeah, they have, I think, like 7 episodes up so far, so that's covering all the way up to chapter 60. So check it out, Sailing All Blue. Ian.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ian. You can find me on Twitter at Ian_Caliente. On a personal note, I'm very excited to be starting up my basically at-home D&D group again in March, because we've had a pretty long hiatus for a couple of months because of COVID. So it's nice that we're all at a point where we're comfy being able to like have a schedule where we can meet again. So I'm excited for that. There's a murder mystery going on. We left off right in the middle of it. So we'll see how that pans out. Today, my recommendations are physical objects. I know, crazy. I'm currently reading a comic book series called Echolands. I know my camera is currently mirrored, but I think it's not on the stream. So hopefully you see that normally. This is issue number 5. You can see that unlike normal comics, it's stitched this way. But that's because it has to fit all the amazing crazy ass art inside of it. It's really cool. I've been having a blast. It's really surreal and interesting to read. And they have like really long interviews with the authors in the back, and the author has a playlist of like, hey, this is what I listened to when I inked or drew or wrote this stuff, like with the artists and stuff. So that's really cool. And I also want to recommend, if you're into comics, Saga is back from a very long hiatus after a scene that made me cry. So I'm really excited to see what's going on that will make me cry about Saga in the future. Go read it, get it in trade paperback form. There's like, let me check my bookshelf because they're all right there. There's 9 trades, so you have plenty to catch up on, but it's really good. It's like an alien space opera with like found families, and it's very gay. It's very good. So that is my recommendations for comics, and that's all I got. I'm sure I'll have more next week.
Awesome. Meg.
Hey, I am Meg. You can find me on Twitter at Narnia's Pants, where I screech about being a music educator, and just simultaneously hype people up. So during the beginning half of the game, you can now find me, as I was setting up with people, on a Wednesday game. On the Critical Misses channel, and I will link that. And I'm going to be in a game, as soon as I remember how to use my computer, called it's brand new to my brain, so I need Good Society, and it is queer as shit. So we're gonna have a lot of fun making that really, really gay. It is like Jane Austen based, so all kinds of like societal mishaps and romances and all of that, but like make it gay. So I'm really excited. We have our session 0 tomorrow to kind of iron out details and all that, and then we start Wednesdays, I believe, next Wednesday. So quick turnaround, but I'm really excited. And yeah, like Louis said, you can find myself on the new little audio drama that I made him wait like a week and a half to get the audio done for. Sorry, I love you. I have problems with procrastinating and executive dysfunction. So I finally got it done. I'm excited for it. It actually was kind of fun to not do my usual like naive small voices that I do. And instead play this really like badass kind of character that was a little bit more confident. So it was fun. So yeah, just get ready for that to drop. I will be like retweeting all of the stuff Lucas does regarding all of that as well. Drink your water. That's it.
I just rocked the first season of Downton Abbey yesterday with my spouse Michelle, and I'm all ready for this game that you're gonna be playing then. I'm ready for polite society. All right, Jess.
Yeah, I'm Jess. I'm art_fantastical on social medias. I don't really have much to plug, but if you're interested in what was happening with Paloma and Bernadette Bywood, you can listen to our holiday Christmas time one shot we did, or everyone else did. I was out of town. And watch some elves infiltrate the Bywood Corporation. And Paloma is just a wonderful creation of Ian's. The
horrible little creature.
horrible nightmare creature.
Paloma is actually, was actually, I don't think I can do it anymore, my backup character in case Weird died. I was fully ready to play a horrible bird symbiote that attached itself to people and was a warlock. So I don't know if that's in the cards anymore, but I'm still excited to see Paloma.
Yes,
You never know.
but
Yeah.
that session's very, very fun. They're singing. It's a hoot. So that's up on YouTube. So go give it a listen if you want some more Paloma goodness.
Yeah.
All right, I managed to find the link. It's taking me a minute. That was a lot of fun. There was a good amount of singing.
You're welcome.
Eve.
Hello, I'm Eve. You can find me over at Twitter at Copper Harpy. That's Copper is in the middle, Harpy is in the bird monster. Now I cannot stop seeing Megan mouth that.
I love you. I do it out of love. I hope you understand that.
So, yeah, my recommendation is checking me out on this channel at 7 p.m. Central starting on Monday, where I will be running a Delta Green campaign by the name of Magnum Opus, in which a team of science researchers and mercenaries are going to be investigating a small place called Deployment Outpost 106, where something has gone down. Yeah, that's all I got.
I'm yelling timber.
We got some good guests that are going to be joining us for that. We have Acer and Megan from the Redacted Files and Amberclave. We have the GM Waffles from Waffles Maple Syrup, as well as Luca from Super Idols. So that should be a very good time. Jason.
Hello, I'm Jason_42 here and on Twitter. And this week, I want to remind everyone about the Ballad of the Seven Dice website. It's got podcast listings for the Ballad of the Chosen Few podcast. It's got the Rise recaps, which are a very useful tool that I use all the time because I forget what the heck happens. So I look there and I make little notes. And that reminded me of a little tie-in from earlier with Morgus leaving a certain message about they're always watching you, which, came up in this session. So that was pretty handy. And finally, you can get some cool merch on the merch section that's listed on there, like this hoodie here, Rise of Nyarlathotep. So yeah, go check out the website. We got lots of resources there for all the stuff. I imagine the Hey More audio drama is going to be posted there too. And yeah, thanks for coming out, everyone.
I was wondering if anyone was going to remember. Morgus told you they're always watching.
It was on the wall.
Yeah, it was written
The
written in
writing is
blood
on
for
the
a few
wall.
moments.
I remembered.
I'm glad.
I think TK just assumed that
Yeah,
always.
We're like
anyways.
we're like a reality TV show for several demigods and a corporation.
I think that's
And
how a lot of
some
adventures
tube
would be.
guy.
Yeah.
A lot of people watching us.
All right.
We're love is blind, but it's arson.
Oh, I love Love is Blind. I'll talk about that for 2 years. Thank you, everyone, for actually watching us, joining us for Rise of Nyarlathotep. We will be back. Remember, Monday, February the 28th. Magnum Opus is starting at 7 p.m. CST. And then on Tuesday, we're back with Rise, baby, and everyone's back on those spider horses with majestic arachnid steeds.
Woo.
Until then, everyone, we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.